What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with another tip from our favorite place on the planet, the internet, specifically Facebook, where no one's afraid to voice their opinion and anything you read is true. Alright, so I've been scrolling through Facebook groups and I found Miss Diane here. Miss Diane has an M7, she's sewing Holland pouches together, and all of a sudden she's breaking a ton of needles. Let's take a step back there and read into that a little bit. She's on an M7, a machine with a massive motor and then more than enough mechanics to run through Holland pouches. So, I missed my favorite part of the Facebook groups on this one though. Forgot to take a screenshot of the comments. Alright, so if you would have read a little further down, we actually had someone just say, hey, go up in needle size, that's a perfect fix. We all know, guys, size does not matter all the time. It's the motion sometimes. Alright, so let's talk about the needle, the motion, the needle style in specific. So I could see a couple needles going through your head being the right needle for this project, as dense as it's getting, and something like a G needle. We can start there. I understand denim is typically pretty thick, but the tip is more meant for woven fabric, not really meant for the project we're doing. Microex, again a good thought, a very sharp needle, but not meant for the density so much of the Holland pouch when we get all that binding together. Leather is another good option. Leather is always extremely dense, but a leather needle is built in the form of a blade, so it's going to kind of cut the cotton material that we're using on something like a Holland pouch, so leather is really not the needle for us. What I would recommend in a scenario like this would be a top stitch needle. A top stitch needle is going to be like a Microex in the fact that it's very sharp. But to deal with the density, it's got an elongated eye that allows the loop to stay open to make sure you don't skip any stitches when it comes to dense things. Now, if everything I just spoke was a foreign language to you, I invite you visit your local dealer, ask them to educate you on needles to assist you through your further projects. And if your dealer can't, it might be time to dump your dealer. If you find yourself using heavier materials like leathers, vinyls, and corks, it might be time to look into something like an M7 or an HD9, something that has that heavy-duty punch. Alright, I'm Quinton from Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse, and we'll see you next time.